All right, we're out here changing the oil in the Hurricane. This is our about 1,700 miles. So this is our second oil change. We did one at 600, now at about 1,700. So gonna do that. But what we're talking about right now is this catch can. I've got about 1,000 miles right now on this J&L catch can. Actually been really good. And I'm gonna show you guys after just 1,000 miles how much oil is in this. And I really think this is direct injection engines, whether it's twin turbo, turbo, or non-turbo. I think everybody needs to put a catch can on a vehicle. I get that it's kind of a pain because you got to be checking the catch can and dumping it. But if it prevents oil from getting on the back of your valves, I think it's worth it. So let's check it out. J&L catch cans, they actually sent me this. They're not a sponsor. They just said, I asked them if they'd send me this catch can to review. I want to see if it works. And they said, sure. They didn't force me to do anything weird. A lot of these sponsorships or people, they want you to do weird stuff. All right, man. Moment of truth. Look at how much oil is in this catch can. Holy cow. After just, oh man, that's barely 1,000 miles. And look at that. I don't know, man. That's just way more than I thought there'd be after 1,000 miles. I don't know why. I mean, these catch cans they're not gigantic. So I'm going to put this back on and I'm going to see after a full oil change, how much I get out of this. This is pretty cool. All right, so if you are wondering if you should even consider one of these catch cans, man, I would say this is kind of definitive proof that you probably should, especially on these turbocharged engines. I haven't been towing with this thing. It's not like I've been pushing it super hard. Just been driving it regularly. No towing at all on this since I installed the catch can. So I would imagine if you're pushing something harder, probably going to have even more blow by in there, but definitely worth it. If you're thinking about, gosh, should I install a catch can? Really the only thing you got to worry about is every 30, 60 days or like 1,000 miles. Just check it and you'll get used to, when you need to pull that off. I think it's absolutely necessary on these DI engines, especially. If you have port injection only, it's not quite as big a deal, but even then it's still going to get into the cylinder and the pistons. So catch cans are just, they're really something that people don't use that often, and I think they're one of the best things you can do. They're $150 or $160, something like that. You put it on once, you just, maybe every oil change, you dump it out. It's really not that big a deal. Imagine 50,000 miles of that. That's all just getting dumped back into your intake. It's not good.
And you can find stories like this all over the internet, really, with people that actually install catch cans. This is, of course, the importance of a catch can on direct injection engines. Now, you might ask yourself, why don't manufacturers do this? If they were so important, why wouldn't they put them on vehicles? The reason is that if manufacturers installed these catch cans, you saw me removing it, and having to do that, you have to schedule it. You have to either do it on your oil changes or schedule it on your phone or something. You really don't want it filling up. And you can imagine that no manufacturer is going to want to install these, even though they are very effective and extremely useful at keeping that oil and carbon off the back of your valves in direct injection engines especially. So that's why they're so important and why manufacturers don't use them. I'm sure there would be a lot of people in the comments that say, hey, if they were that important, then they'd install them anyway. Not necessarily. It's much more important for the manufacturers to not put something on a car that is obviously going to be neglected by many people and probably cause more problems by those that just don't understand it. So if you're really in tune with your car, you want it to last 150, 200,000 miles, you don't want carbon buildup in a modern engine, install a catch can. This is the way to go. Everything on the install takes about, probably take you 5 to 10 minutes. Really simple. There's just a 13 millimeter, a 16 millimeter Phillips screwdriver. Pull up on the front here. And there's a little grommet here. And then there is going to be a screw in the back that is 13. Just comes out like that. And what we're going to do, so this white PCV is coming off, as well as this one with the red clips. There's a red clip here, a red clip on this other side, and on this white one, there's just a single piece right here that has to push down to get this off. I don't want to break it because I may have to reuse it, but it is definitely harder to get off than the red one, I believe. That's what they say in the videos, and proving to be true. So there's the first one. Then you can swivel this over a little bit and get your fingers in on either side of the red one and push both red tabs and it comes up. Already
Seeing kind of oil inside here, obviously. So that's what we're looking to prevent. Ooh, smells like motor oil too. Pretty cool. They sent me some decals in the box and got some cold beverage holders as well. So that's kind of neat. Really feels like a good product. Actually, these rubber hoses, I had them out earlier, and they feel a lot better quality than what came factory on that PCV, obviously. I mean, these are like super durable feeling, braided internally. They do have to run over some more heated areas, but this all feels like a super high quality unit. So we are going to stick this on here with some screws provided, and I'll show you where to install it. And another thing you'll be taking out is this little 16 millimeter. It's basically the piece that the cover goes onto. This is where we're going to mount the oil separator. So this is what it should look like. This is actually the inside of the can. I just took it off so you can see that. And look in there. They're pretty simple. All right, first thing we're going to do is fish these through here. I'm going to go underneath. So this front one is going to go underneath this little electrical wiring harness. And then this one will feed under this metal coolant tube till we get them roughly where we want them. And then this right here will mount to that. So we'll mount this first, and we'll hook up those lines. We're not going to tighten this all the way though. Just going to leave it a little loose. This one in the back is actually going to go to the front, and then this one in the front here is going to go to the back. So bring in a little closer there so you can see the one to the left on the intake manifold travels under that little electrical connection. It's clean side. So the other one travels under that cable, and then there's your PCV. And just double check those connections. So what we're going to do now, we just tighten this up and then put the engine cover back on, see if we have any codes. I know I've been doing the oil analysis on this Ram Rebel right here, but one thing I wanted to, kind of give everybody as a tip as well is measure your oil when you come out. So when you drain the oil, see if you can just measure it back in the containers. You can kind of tell how much oil burn you have. Obviously, this is a brand new truck. I shouldn't have much oil burn, especially at a 1,000-mile interval, something like that. So if you look here, I've got 5 quarts in this one that I'm putting back in. This is the used oil, and then this comes up to right about 7. So when I did the oil change last time, because I didn't do the filter, so I'm doing that Motor Oil Geek special on the break-in. So you don't change your filter, you just change the oil. So you put in pretty much exactly 7 quarts into these Hurricanes when you're doing your first, second, third oil change. Then when you change the filter, it'll be a little bit more. But right now, it looks like I took out identically like 7 quarts. I put in 7 quarts 1,000 miles back, took out 7 quarts. So it's not burning a drop. I know a lot of these manufacturers say it's normal to burn like a quart of oil every 1,000 miles. Not true. And hey, at least the standard output Hurricane isn't burning anything after 1,000 miles. We'll do longer term testing here with future intervals and 0W40 as well.
J&L, thanks to J&L for sending the catch can my way. Trust me when I say I get sponsorship opportunities all the time and I just decline them. J&L wasn't a sponsor. I said, hey, can you send me the catch can? I don't want a script. I don't want to have to do anything. I don't want payment for it. I just want a review, and I want to see if it works. And they said, sure, no strings attached. They just sent it to me. That's pretty cool. So I'll link to J&L in the description as well. Hope this helps you out. I would absolutely install a catch can in a modern engine, especially direct injection. Thanks for watching. Till next time.